hospitals are in a state of crisis. MRSA is moving out of the hospitals. The way for us to treat infection has traditionally been done by antibiotics. Antibiotics are the ones who are developing the resistance. So if you have infections that can be treated with a non-antibiotic, I prefer to use that product versus an antibiotic. For example, for nasal MRSA, we're using Bactroban to decolonize MRSA, and now we're seeing 10 to 13% resistance in hospitals that are using Bactroban. So antibiotics are not always the answer, although systemically they're extremely effective. We want to save those antibiotics for very dangerous infections. There are 150 antibiotics in the hands of our doctors available for prescription. We are losing all of our cheapest, safest antibiotics, one after the other. Doing clinical trials in this area obviously is much simpler than doing something in Alzheimer. You have an infection, you need to enroll the patients who have eye infection or ear infection and treat them and show that you have cured that infection. The endpoints are much more, black and white than, say, an Alzheimer endpoints. We have clinical benefit endpoints. So if you have eye infection, you have huge irritation problem, and now you need to not have any problems. And then also there are microbiological endpoints. Microbiological endpoints are endpoints where you either detect bacteria or you measure how much bacteria you're detecting in an indication. The time and the cost of developing anti-infective is far shorter also. You have, for example, for a challenge study in a common cold, you need to show whether you have those symptoms of the cold or you cure them or you prevent them. And also you can detect the viral load in the nasal secretion. So they're much more, hard and fast endpoints as opposed to, cardiovascular or Alzheimer. The cost is less. The road to regulatory is much more delineated and well-traveled. So there is an anti-infective division. And obviously one of their biggest concern is resistance. One of the reasons why big drug companies are hesitant from developing the next class of anti-infectives is because they will see, as soon as they see resistance development in the clinical trial, then FDA would want you to save those class of antibiotics until everything else has developed resistance. So it takes out all their economic benefits for developing the next generation antibiotics. Our goal is to develop a first-line anti-infective that does not give rise to resistance, and it will become the first product that one would want to prescribe to his patients. And if our product doesn't work, then you go to an antibiotic, not vice versa.